Alright, greetings all. Don't know what I'm going to say about this one up front, but I will state right away that I'm a Kickstarter for John Shafer's At the Gates. And this is a game that's been in development for a long time. And I can't really say I'm too immediately happy with the game, just even from like a few seconds looking at it, but whatever. I'm going to jump into it, start playing it a little bit, and give some thoughts about it. Alright, so basically this is John Shafer's At the Gates. It feels very unfinished. This is for photo, like there's no title screen music or anything. And if you go into the options, you'll see you can basically edit stuff in your file if you want to change stuff. As in you can't edit it in a game. But whatever, let's just start a new game. We'll go with the GOS, that's basically all we've got to start off with here. We'll load up a new game. There we go. A few clans are going to join a tribe. Alright, awesome. So, this is John Shafer's At the Gates, and for those who don't know, this is a game that it's basically set in the period of the Dark Ages of Europe. For those who don't know, basically that's when the Roman Empire was still around, but it was basically starting to fall to the Goths, the Huns, and all that. And you're basically playing one of those various barbarian tribes, basically trying to make sense of the world and all that. And let's just go up here to game help. I'll note that by the way, when you basically first play this game, you're first going to walk up at the gates, and then the next time you play is what do you do in your first turn. Let's just go read the little tips here to go on here. So, help tips will occasionally appear here to assist you with learning game concepts. You can open the help screen and see a full list of tips by clicking the question mark button at the upper left corner of the screen, or by pressing the question mark key. Mouse over any word in yellow to learn more about it, even from inside our own tooltip. So, move your cursor over any yellow text to learn more about the game concept, even from the inside our tooltips. At the Gates is a hard, slow game. Accomplishing things will take time, and although the early game is often difficult, you will eventually build a powerful kingdom. Click the button on the next screen to continue learning more about the basics of ATG. Want to go it alone? Feel free to skip these tips and read any of them later in the help screen, hotkeyed with a question mark. Click to learn more about basic game summary. So, At the Games is a turn-based strategy game similar to other Forex games, e.g. Civilizations. It's not. Don't be fooled. The three biggest differences are, you only ever have one city, your settlement. You'll spend more time managing resources and characters, which are clans. And ATG is generally more unpredictable and roguelike than other Forex games. That last point is important. In one game you might have a huge source of treasure nearby, while in another you'll be battling the endless winter of the far north. For your first couple of games, we've made sure a map is somewhere in between. I'm not in my first couple of games, but whatever. Your ultimate goal is to build a kingdom powerful enough to topple the Roman Empire, either militarily or by more indirect means. You'll start each game by foraging for food before eventually settling down in one place and building more advanced and permanent structures from stone blocks. So, for those who don't know, basically, you're a very, rugged, barbarian tribe, and then eventually you turn into a kingdom. That's basically the idea of what's going on here. There are also other factions in the world who have already been on the map for a while. Some are immensely strong right at the start of the game. You're not directly competing with anyone in ATG, but that doesn't mean that you can ignore your neighbors. The other leaders can have strong personalities and militaries, and if you upset someone, you might come to regret it. Click to learn more about, what to do in your first turn. We'll do that. Your first order of business is deciding which of your free clans to train into what profession. We suggest starting with an explorer. Next you need to choose a tech to begin studying. We suggest starting with agriculture. These are decisions you'll be making often. This is all you need to do for your first turn, though next turn you'll have a shining unit ready to begin exploring or harvesting resources from the map. The most important task you'll need to address will always be displayed in the glowing button on the upper right corner of the world map. So, upper right corner, always up there. Remember that you can read these tips again with the question mark. Click to learn more about what to do in your first turn continued. Your high-level goals in the first few turns of the game are revealing the map around you with an explorer in order to find abandoned ruins, which are often contain useful items and resource deposits you can harvest. Training clans are as foragers in order to harvest this deposits. Blah. Alright, so let's just start again. Your high-level goals in the first few turns of the games are revealing the map around you with an explorer and finding resources and deposits to harvest. Training clans are as foragers in order to harvest deposits. You already know about that. So, basically, trains to explorers harvest stuff right nearby. For the most part, you can use the map to guide your strategic decisions. Whatever resource deposits are available nearby should usually become the foundation for your economy, as even things you don't need can be traded for when a caravan is visited. So sometimes like caravans pop in. At the very least, you'll want a hunter, a gatherer, or a reaper soon, before winter's chill takes hold. Click here to learn more about basic game rules, basic economies, clans, blah blah blah. We'll probably jump into it at some point if I basically play the game for real. Right now, basically, I'm just just trying to jump into showing off a little bit of what the game's about, going too much into the details of the help screen and all that. But yeah, it feels like a very rugged game. Just by the way, it's not really it doesn't feel finished, and it feels more early access than anything else. I'll note that at the gates was basically in development for 5 years, I guess, since I got from Kickstarter, and it doesn't feel that great, but whatever. All right, so we got some new clans to join. We got Clan Rudolph here. Basically, in this game, these are your populations in this game. You don't actually have civilization pops in Civilization. You actually have named ones. So Rudolph, we really appreciate a place to stay. Another night out of the rain, and we'll certainly lose our minds. This clan's trait are meek, and they're afraid of water. So, meek. Morale is halved, they cannot be trained in social professions, never has desires, and never engages in feuds with other clans. That's always nice, I guess. And he's afraid of water, so... 3 turns needed to enter tiles with streams, 2 turns needed to enter marsh tiles, and training time for water-based professions is doubled, so... Basically, it's not a fisherman or, anything like that. So that's one clan. We got Clan Herrick here. What are those sticks with metal shapes in the end that everyone's walking about with? Yeah. You guys are very backwards to start off with, I guess. Paranoid. So this guy has +1 vision but less move, so probably not the best for exploring. Might really engage in a mild few if there's another clan on the same tile. And all thumbs. Training time doubled in crafting. Experience gained in crafting halved. So, this guy could be good at crafting, it's just that it's going to take a while for him to get to be a crafter. Oh, okay, he's not that great at crafting, he's all thumbs. And then we got Clan Almond here. So, on our travels we've heard tales of your great leadership. We can already see there's truth to them. These guys are obsessive, so training time is halved if at least 3 turns. Obsessed with every desire. Likelihood of having desires tripled. And charismatic. Morale for all other clans in the same tile increased by 1/4. Training time for social professions halved. Experience gained in social professions doubled. No other clans on the tile may commit crimes. And never engage in feuds with other clans. So basically it's like a leader type of clan. Good to know. Alright, so that's basically our guys here. So currently our summon is idle. We have to basically get some stuff going. We have to train someone into a profession, so... Immediately it's probably wise keeping us... Whatever. So click this button to choose a profession to train one of your clans in. This is one of the 2 approaches for doing so, and ideally when you either already have a profession picked out that someone is going to end up with, but not who that someone is, you need to explore who would be a good fit, or when you don't have anything in mind just yet and want to explore your options. The other approach is first choosing who to train by clicking on their clan card, blah blah. basically, you can go through like these guys to train them up, or you can go through these buttons, I guess, down here. So it doesn't look like these guys start with a profession to start with, so actually I have to train them up first. I assume that at some point these guys will actually come with professions to start off with, but we'll see. I'm thinking that we're probably going to make this guy the Explorer, Herrick, because even though he's going to be a little bit slower with his Paranoid, he's going to have more ability to see stuff, so there's that. I think that this guy will probably be like, you know, someone I could maybe make it be like, you know, a crafter, I guess, if we need to be. And this guy could be like in there, like, you know, Selman, basically keeping other people from being like, you know, mischievous or whatnot. So let's go with this guy. You're going to be your Explorer. So that's done. And training a clan and profession. So these are like all the professions basically you sort of get, I guess. You got like, you know, huntsman, watchman, beastmaster, archer, hunter. Those are, I guess, like your, like, you know, hunter-gatherer type of people. You got harvester, bread maker, winemaker, just like your agriculture. And down here you got basically like, you know, the, I guess like, you know, the trapper-gatherer type of people. So gatherers, hunters, agriculture. Alright, now screen. So, we'll go out for agriculture because that's what we're basically told to go for. Represent gatherers, I guess. So, agriculture. Alright, so there's our first turn done. Let's look at these buttons, I guess. So basically, up here the clans listed, so you can see what your clans are basically doing. There's your score. Because why not? There's your treasure. There's your food. So basically how much food you basically have before you basically starve to death. Up here we basically got, like, you know, the system menu. Strategic view. Not really much to see at this point, but it's there. You got note mode. Now, note, by the way, this game actually, it's like heavy on notes, so if I want to, like, you know, write notes in places, so here is a note. Making a note. So basically, you want to, like, you know, drop notes basically for yourself. And you can bump these up if you want to and all that sort of stuff. I believe it's also possible to, like, you know, make notes actually in, like, you know, tiles as well. So I can attach a note to this tile. Here is a note on a tile. So basically, there's like a now note there. I like delete this if I want to. So basically, like, this is something to note. This game is like, you know, something that the designer, John Shafer, is basically going for was basically, if, like, you know, you walk away, if you come back to this game, you'll basically have, like, an idea, like, what you're doing, like, past time. So maybe, like, you want to explore up here with, like, your guys, like, you put some notes down, so, like, you know, I was exploring up here. And that's basically, like, you know, go with, like, the notes and all that. Game hold is game help, we already know what it's all about. Over here we got religious beliefs. So currently we got like Nicene Christianity or Arian Christianity or pagan. I guess we're in Arian Christianity. So that's where we are right now. And then victory progress. Training a clan as Roman Legion or becoming a Master Milton. Okay. So those are like, you know, victory progress bars up there. Alright, let's just finish the turn, I guess. So basically you can click this button, I guess, or press enter. So Control Enter allows the turn to be finished even if active plans under summons are still idle. If another notification needs attention, pressing the hotkey will activate instead of finishing a turn. Well, let's just finish a turn, I guess. Alright, so we basically did a bit of training agriculture. We got ourselves in our clanman. So new clan is joined. Wait, what was that? You saw it, right? So this guy's independent. His experience gain all discipline is tripled. Training time for a solo profession increased by half. And training time for social profession is doubled. Never has desires. And squeamish. Morale is halved. Training time doubled in livestock. Experience gain in livestock halved. Never engaged in feuds with other clans. Likelihood of having desires is halved. Okay, so interesting. I guess this guy's going to be like a profession for like, into place, I guess. Let's see here. You'll mostly be interacting with your clans, which start inside your settlement, and can be trained in various professions, some of which allow them to move around in massive units, so we're going to make an explorer for that in a moment. The more clans you have, the more you'll be able to do, but also the more food your tribe will consume. New clans arrive every few turns that are rate determined by how much fame you're generating. So basically, I'm going to be getting like new clans every so often as like as based on my fame. Resources are harvested from the map deposits and dense forests by foragers, and later to gain by more efficient and expensive structures. Deposits eventually run out, so you'll need to continuously find new ones, at least until you are able to construct highly advanced stone block-based structures which last forever. Each turn represents half a month, and eventually it will become winter. Most sources of food cease production during cold months, so make sure you have enough turns of food saved up before it starts getting chilly. Winter is usually around 10 turns long, so try to always have at least that amount. Basically have at least 10 foods for winter. Click to learn more about basic economics, basic warfare, the map, and our factions. We'll worry about that some other time. We basically got some score here. So score is generated is generally an indicator of how well in the game you're going. For every turn your tribe is starving, you basically lose some fame. You gain 3 for every clan, 2 for every structure, capture or pillage. You gain a score for Romans killed, ships sunk, non-Romans killed, bandits destroyed, bandit camps and all, or slave camps or whatever. So you have 12 score in your stockpile. Click to expand this panel to see a detailed breakdown of your stockpile production and consumption of resource. So you can basically break that down if you want to. You can minimize this panel if you want to. Alright. So I did a little bit of like, agricultural research there. And that basically lets me get to these other stuff here. Let's go for honor next, I guess. You may choose to sell clan to receive 2 levels in agriculture. Will ban profession if another discipline from learning agriculture. So basically, I want to make one of these guys, good at agriculture, I guess. The guy in charge of clan almond. All right, I don't mind having blurbs like that, but they should actually be a little bit more readable. So that's something that I'll say is could be improved quite a bit, but whatever. So let's see here. I might make this guy an agriculture person. So Currently, these guys don't have any professions or disciplines, so basically I can do whatever I want to with them. Let's just expand this a little bit. So livestock is over here. You know what? Let's make this guy get some stuff going, I guess. Or not. I guess we're currently training him, so we can't do anything else. So let's just close here for now. Oh, there we go. There's this basically. He's now got a little bit of agriculture basically done there. So, by the way, these clans can actually grow as they go along. By the way, so right now these guys are very small. So this guy's one family. He'll basically grow a little bit as he goes along. One family, and then this guy's over here is one family. they'll basically gain more famous as they go along, these guys, and they get bigger. So basically, like, you know, even though like these are like you know, your civ, they're basically going to grow as like, you know, as civs. So basically you'll have like, you know, bigger and bigger, like, you know, civs basically. Let's get our explorer up, I guess. Alright, so there's our explorer basically popped up. And cool, I can get someone's clan in you know, honor basically out. Alright, so this guy's now our explorer over here. If you look at him, you'll basically see that he's basically got, like, you know, discipline, discovery, he's got profession, explorer. He can explore desert locations, he cannot attack, he's got 3 move points, 2 morale, 50 morale, 4 vision, requires 1 supply. Basically, there's something called supply in this game where, like, if your guys are like too far out, they'll basically, like, you know, start to consume, I guess, resources like from around them, I guess. Anyways, let's have this guy go right there. Apparently, I took all his move points to do, by the way, but whatever. Down here, by the way, you can see like his moves and power and all this sort of stuff, I guess. So there's that. New clan has joined. So unfortunately, it seems we can't stop on stay on our own. If we want to keep our heads even, so it would be best if you let us do our own thing. Does it deal? So these guys are independent, like, you know, the other guys. So they're independent. And then he's miserable. Will refuse to attack enemy armies. Mood is never better than upset. Morale reduced by 3/4, no experience gained in any discipline, so not like a fighter, basically. So these guys are upset. Their default mood is content 0. 1 upset, morale decreased by 10%, resource production decreased by 10%. This guy's a little bit of a dud, because that's like sort of a negative like trait right there, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so I gotta train someone to beat something. So let's see here, Reaper. Reapers can harvest wheat, barley, and flax by moving to any tile containing a source of one of those plants and foraging. They can also identify unidentified plants. And they got the gather over here. Basically, these guys can harvest fruit, honey, grapes, olives, and other stuff. So this guy's independent and he's also squeamish. So he doesn't have much morale, but whatever. That's probably fine to make him into a gatherer or a reaper or something like that. Let's do that. We'll make him into a gatherer. Got some hunters finally. These guys can go, you know, forage for stuff if we need to. Let's see here. Harvesters over here. These guys get tools. Bread makers basically make that stuff, I guess. Winemakers, farmers. I wouldn't mind getting some farmers. Sure, why not? We'll go with farmers. Now it'll take a little bit longer because it's a little more complicated, but whatever. Alright, we can basically get someone a little bit like, you know, fighting ability, I guess. This guy won't be able to attack, so it makes no sense for him to be like an attacker. So I guess he's like the only one who's able to be like a warrior element, which is kind of an issue, but whatever. It's not going to be like, I guess, our like our honor person, I guess. Oh well. Finish the turn. Alright, so there's Arch. He's basically up and ready to go. He's a gatherer. He's good at agriculture. So there's a package of berries up there I could possibly send him to. This is identify plants. I guess I can't actually do anything with this guy right here, but whatever. We'll send this guy up this way, I guess. So put him up there. Get you right here. So we'll identify the positive of this guy. And I guess it'll take a few turns to do that. Yeah, 4 turns to identify this plant, apparently. Alright, so... Oh man, I could turn this guy into a hunter. Hunters can harvest meat by moving to any tile containing an animal herd and foraging. They can also identify animals. Hunters are also the first warrior profession available to you, though this isn't their primary job. And so, they'll have trouble in most serious battles. So, good way to keep your guys fed if you want to is that guy, but whatever. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy, but he's going to be like, you know... I guess something. So... Okay, I guess you can't, like, you know, necessarily train these guys up, you know, completely with just some of the stuff, but whatever. This guy is the guy who's basically miserable and, like, you know, independent. We're gonna make this guy, I guess, trained to, like, you know, probably not honor, but something like, you know, agriculture or livestock or something like that. Let's get this guy trained in livestock, because why not? I also have to play this game a little bit to get a sort of grasp of like how it basically works, but whatever. Apparently we're in early June, by the way, at this point, so we're still in the summer for quite a bit. Corrupt and petty. We're here to get our fair share, you understand, right? So petty. Likely to engage in mild feud within a few years if he's in our clan on the same tile. Okay, so I don't want to keep him near my other clans. And corrupt. Resource production reduced by 1/4. Resource production from construction is reduced by 1/4. Might commit theft crime every few years. He's got to be trained to an honor guy, I guess, so... We'll have to do that with him, I guess. Among the ruins of the village, your explorer finds abandoned valuables. Cool, we got some monies. And... Alright, we found some water. Can't click on anything over here, though. Alright, so let's get this guy. Checking in on us again, huh? Do you not trust us or something? Whatever. Let's just get this guy trained to a discipline, I guess, so... Let's get that guy trained in honor a little bit. So basically, like, you know, it's like 3 options I can basically do it every turn. I can basically train these guys into discipline, in a profession, or produce treasure. And there's other stuff you can basically do, I guess. A caravan arrived. All right. You now train farmers. Alright, took 3 turns. So let's see here. Let's see what these like military professions are. We've basically got the huntsman. Huntsman greatly increase the amount of meat produced by your hunters. Watchman. Watchman can greatly extend our borders and allow you to harvest distant resource deposits by constructing watchtowers. Feastmasters. Feastmasters produce a large amount of fame. And archers. An archer is a full-time warrior profession, available in the at the gates. They are useful in the early game, but should be replaced with spearmen if you expect heavy fighting. You can increase an archer's power by upgrading them with weapons and armor. We're gonna learn that, so I can basically get this, like, less desirable guy be out in the area, basically do other stuff. The sooner we get out of this crowded pile of humanity, the better. Whatever. And apparently I can't train this guy up be like, an honor because he basically doesn't have the parchment for, I guess. So there's that. Oh well. I might make these guys the farmers, just to sort of like, get that going. So let's get a farmer from this guy. Alright, so I can't do anything to this mineral because I guess I can't see it. I need to get someone to prospect for it. So, blah blah. I need a hunter, a trapper, a surveyor to basically identify that. I need a gatherer, a reaper, a surveyor for that one. I need a digger or surveyor for this one. So it looks like you need a lot of diggers and surveyors for a lot of stuff in this game. And it looks like these guys can't move very far because, like, because they can't, like, move that far, they, like, just can't move that far. I'm just gonna go down this way, I guess. Alright, visit the caravan. So, visit the caravan, you can, like, trade for stuff, I guess, if you want to. You can get parchment or cloth or other stuff. I can upgrade a caravan if I want to. You can spend treasures to bribe the caravan or to bring a larger and more diverse quantity of goods, starting with the next time you visit. The cost of doing so doubles each time. So I can spend some treasure base to get more from these guys, I guess. Cattle be used the same way as other animals. One cattle from your stockpile is automatically turned into 5 food if the tribe is starving. Cloth and our stuff. So I guess they only brought cow and cloth this time around, these guys. I'm not sure we need anything from them right now, so let's finish a turn. And I can't actually do anything right yet, I don't think, so... Finish the turn, I guess. Dutiful and loyal. Hey, I identified a large grove of fruit trees. So I can now get these guys to forage for stuff. Foraging allows you to harvest a tile's resources without construction and structure, which is not just useful but essential in the early game. Convenience will always come at a price though, and the per turn production of a forager will always be lower than the structure occupying the same niche. Each turn spent foraging will produce 4 fruit. This clan will spend turns if enough to supply foraging. Automatically camp on those that doesn't. Blah blah. He's gonna do some foraging for us there, I guess. Dot dot dot. Alright, this guy's loyal. So mood is never worse than happy. Never has desires. Never commit fets or brawls, and he's dutiful. Starts at 4 levels in honor. Alright, so here's like a guy's actually starting with some, like, honor ability. So, that'll be a guy who's going to be like, a warrior at some point. Awesome. Ooh, I see a border down here. So we got some friends nearby. So, You have met Cerdic of the Saxons. Alright, so. Clans are idle. This guy's basically over here. Do I literally have to make this guy forge every single turn? Whatever. But by the way, note that we're actually getting food now at this point because, like, you know, this guy's foraging for it. Apparently got the archers trained, that's awesome. So I can actually start getting up the spearmen now. Spearmen are the frontline warriors at the gates. Although feared by bandits, they are outclassed by cavalry on flat ground. Though more capable and more trained and more cheaper. Lancers. Lancers are fast but expensive to train and less effective in rough terrain due to their supply costs. They're ideal for recon, raiding, cutting off enemy supply, and dealing with sudden emergencies. Get the honor guards. Honor guards produce a large amount of fame. Training them requires armor and weapons. Priests produce a large amount of knowledge, helping you learn more new professions faster. And Guildmaster. Whoops. Oh, we're gonna do that first. Guildmaster produces 4 treasure for each clan. Blah blah. Yeah, we're gonna get our military up real quick, I guess, in this game. Oh, you need weapons for spearmen. Never mind. Yeah, at some point, basically, when I get like metalworking, I can like start doing stuff like that. Oh, Severus are in Discovery over here. That's good to know. So again, that'd be good if I want to basically find out what's around me and all that. Well, let's do that, I think. Discovery. Alright, give Lear a reply. So here's Cerdic of the Saxons. He's competitive and daring. He's an Aryan Christian. He's got 0 friends and 1 enemy. His approach is indifferent. And blah blah. So, greetings, stranger. I seek a fair and friendly relationship with you. Are you of a similar mindset? So I'll note that in this game, you can basically give gifts. You can, like, you know, basically say nice to meet you and all that. So basically, in this game, I'll note that you want to be sort of like, you know, counting like how like you deal with other tribes. If this is like Attila, for example, I probably want to give him like tribute right away. But this guy could probably be like, you know, it's nice to meet you as well. All right, so basically, there's this guy, the Saxons. Hopefully, it won't be too hostile or anything. So he's down over here. I also want to basically hire stuff in his direction, I guess, and then we'll move away from him. So we'll do that. Cool, we got some discovery basically learned there. And then we got this guy who's basically now a farmer. Hey, there's wheat over here. Alright, so you're the farmer. No tooltip for hovering over farmer here. That's kind of sucky. Cool, so you basically see a little bit of other stuff over here. So diplomacy, caravan. Let's get some Severus going, I guess. So this is where it sucks, basically, that, like, you know, I have stuff going on, I guess. You know what, let's make Gutsbridge here into, like, you know, our, you know, what you call it, thing. Oh, there's a ship. So there's a galley. Alright, so this guy's a farmer. He can do stuff. Wheat farm, blah blah. Let's get him moved down over here, I guess, to... Oh! So this guy will actually avoid water. So actually run around the river to get over there. That's something I'll watch out for. Alright, yeah, we're gonna make this guy into, you know, an explorer, I guess, because why not? Okay, I'm gonna make this guy into Severus when I get the chance to, so... The other guys, I guess. Siegfried here is gonna turn into a hunter, I guess, or an archer. Why can't I train this guy right now? So you do need weapons to make your, like, you know, archers, I guess, so that's kind of an issue. Oh well, I can make him into a hunter, I guess. Wouldn't be the greatest thing for him, though. Let's make this guy into a hunter, I guess. So that guy's now our hunter. Let's get him over here to hunt stuff. Get you right there. So there's an army. So in this game, by the way, like, you know, it's sort of like, you know, if you play, like, you know, or seen, like, my episodes for Endless Legends, you'll basically have, like, army units, which are basically, like, you know, multiple, like, you know, army type enemies all combined in one. So there's, like, a Saxon army right there. And let's see here. Produce some treasure, I guess, because why not? Alright, so At the Gates has the coolest tooltips in any game ever. So be sure to make use of them. Move the mouse cursor over an emphasized word anywhere in a game, and you can learn more about even from within our tooltips. The game also has several hotkeys to assist in navigating the interface, which will appear when mousing over a button that has a corresponding key. The most important keys are the spacebar, which opens the clan screens, and enter, which enters the ends the turn, blah blah. So spacebar and all sort of stuff. We're not gonna worry about that just yet. Well, I'm not gonna worry about this yet. Alright, so here's this guy. He's basically got 5 in, like, you know, discovering stuff. That's cool. Finally, we made it. Hey, are we done yet? We got a lot to unpack, and the longer we talk, the longer it'll be before we're done. So this guy's a magic of impatience, so train time increased by half if at least 3 turns. Likelihood of having desires doubled. And imaginative. Starts at 5 levels in discovery. Likelihood of having desires halved. So this guy's gotta be a discoverer because, like, you know, he'll be upset if he doesn't. Good to know. So I can't force you into, like, one of these tiles, I guess. Oh, I can. Cool. So I basically forced him into that tile, basically. That's cool. And you can go down here. That looks like it's actually like a desert landscape over here, by the way. I'll note that this game is, like, you know, arid and, like, you know, wintry type of landscapes for this game, so depending on, like, where you are on the map, it may be, like, very hot or very cold. Hey, I get my parchment now if I want to. That's cool. Someone is idle. Don't want that. So I want to actually train this guy to be, like, better in honor, I guess. You know what? I actually buy weapons at this point. So how do I buy? All right, down there, I guess it's like the screen stuff. So I guess these guys are probably buying weapons, not selling them. While at the same time, they're like, you know, they're like selling parchment, fish, and barley. Alright, that's not too bad. So surplus. This caravan has 5 additional parchment to sale. You can buy parchment from this caravan at a discount of 2. Alright. So I can buy some parchment from these guys. And unavailable. This caravan has run out of weapons. So if it's run out of weapons, I can actually sell them like weapons for a lot more, I guess. But we'll buy some parchment for now, so I can like train my other guys in our stuff. So this guy can be trained to be done a little bit more in honor, I guess. Too bad there wasn't weapons available at the caravan, but whatever, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Notice, by the way, this is all starting to turn, like, you know, orange and stuff, these trees, so you're basically seeing, like, you know, the autumn basically creep in over here. But down here it's not, because, like, this is, like, a more, like, you know, arid, I guess, environment. Looks like I can't walk on the mountains over here. There's an archer. Cool, so we got ourselves surveyors. What the heck are guides? Guides increase production of all forgers by half. They're also easily upgraded, making them important when basing your economy on several forgers. Cool. Let's see our metalworking and our stuff. Let's get metalworking out of the way. Or no, we don't want to do that just yet. I would do metalworking, but I'm gonna wait for like another, like, you know, clan to pop in first. By the way, apparently I can only have like up to 12 clans at the start here, so that's worth knowing. Let's see here. Alright, so bread makers actually take stuff. You know, let's just get the spearman upgrade just to, you know, have, I guess, for now. Just to give my, you know, me some to train for now. And Siegfried will be trained a little bit more into honor, I guess. Hey, cool, my guys are all moving. Awesome. Gonna take them a while to move through this, like, water, I guess, these guys, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's go here, I guess. And if I have a mineral right there. Alright, this guy's up to 5, that's cool. You know, I should probably get my surveyor at this point, so... You need tools for this, apparently. Okay, good to know. Well, they can just produce treasure for now, I guess. Hey, cool, I gotta get there. Unfortunately, it looks like the hunter here can't actually identify stuff for me. Or yes, he can. Identify, please. Finish turn. So yeah, that's what the game's basically it's like all about. Basically, like, you're imagining you're like your little clansman. You know, it reminds me of like Fear the Awakening in many ways. Just to throw it out there. And cool, there's basically lots of like stuff to forge right there. Oh, you know what? Because of the fact it's now into winter season, we can't forge this anymore. It's cold, so that's an issue. All right, well, let's see here. That's a patch of berries. Patch of berries. So yeah, because it's cold, we can actually force this stuff. Good to know. Let's see here. It's cold down there as well, but can I possibly get to that, I wonder? Moving on there for now, I think. Oh, look at this. So actually, when you actually see like these like red blocks, this means like you're having supply issues, I guess. So supply is critical. If I basically camp them, it'll basically like, give him like extra supply. So let's just have him in camp for now. So, he can actually like, survive. Who's treasure? Finally, I just gotta move over here. So, wheat farms are structures constructed by farmers which harvest wheat, except during cold months or when affected by wet weather. So I can't construct now because I guess it's like, winter. Oh, it has to be within my control too, and I lack timber, so that's something to watch out for in the future. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Let's get him down here, I guess. So, let's just show off this feature right here. So you can pack up like your settlement and actually start moving around. So, just skip his turn for now. So where do I get the woodcutters? Right there, I guess. Gonna have to basically train some wood collectors at some point, I guess. Good to know. You still got supply storage, so let's actually have you camp a little bit more. So yeah, I've actually packed up my settlement over here, the Goths. So I want to actually move these guys around right now, so move them right here. And let's go right there. Cool. So right now I'm at the water's edge right here. So if I want to, I can actually go and make this into a thing if I had the wood for it. But because I don't actually have the wood. So basically it's something to know about your encampment. Basically you move around so you can get to stuff if you need to. Alright, I think I've actually shown off a little bit what this game's all about. You basically get the idea. There's going to be military conquest and stuff like that as well in this game, but basically at this point, I'll have to basically play around and actually learn how this game sort of works, but that won't be for this yet, I don't think. And that's basically at the gates. This is quick showing what the game's all about. Basically, you're imagining these little clansmen who go into different professions, basically try to basically imagine a barbarian tribe. And it's a little bit different from the other games say the Total War series, which basically has their barbarians and stuff, but it is what it is. I'll probably play this game when it's a little bit more finished too, and I'll be something I'll be waiting for a little bit in the future, but for now I hope you guys enjoy it and just take care.